Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Wow, there is a lot going on right now on the screen, but I wanted to share with you guys this moment, something I've done for the first time ever, and on my account as 100% free to play, my free smile series that I do on YouTube, but there's going to be a separate dedicated video for just, I guess, showcasing my Hydra team. And last night I was able to one key Nightmare Hydra for the first time ever. It did take a little while because I had to manual everything obviously, but it was definitely worth it because I just felt so happy and accomplished, and like I just had such a sense of like satisfaction from doing it on my free to play account. Like it almost feels like I got a plat trophy for the first time ever, right? It felt like that to be out for, because my free to play account, my goal was to hit platinum one day, right? Finish in platinum after the reset or during the reset, but I mean, that got kind of pushed back because it felt like the goal coast got further and further away. So I set a different goal. My other goal was to get to this point right here and do Nightmare Hydra boss with one key. And we finally got it done, guys. And I wanted to show you my team that I used. Now, it wasn't like the best, I guess, perfect setup or anything like that, or like, I guess, the best stats in the world, or like the best tuning or whatever. But I just worked with what I had. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, so I'm gonna show the team right here on screen. So it was a combination of Mathrala, the Inquisitor Shamel, Newt, Geomancer, Uko, and the Archer. Now Archer is such a beast carry for Hydra boss because her passive ability for heals, and then also the one of her abilities that's able to provoke the enemies, which is to control the head of decay, and especially right now because it's a good affinity for me. It's so good. She's such a carry for in that aspect because I can just control that head the entire time, no problem, while keeping my team healthy with the heals. And she also has the hex capability, of course. And then the Uko. Now I needed someone that could, I guess, like revive would be really nice, and also he has the ability to place a block buff on the enemy. And I know I have an Ugo that can do that as well, or not Ugo, Uko. Right? Or no, that's Uko. Ugo? Okay, they both have similar names. So Ugo is the other one, the Ogren champion that can put AoE defense down and the block buffs, which is another solid option, but I decided to just go with Uko because I felt like he was more consistent with the speed increase as well. That helps as well. And the Geomancer, of course, with the HP burn, the weaken, and then you could put that on an enemy that does a lot of AoE attacks, or so they can pretty much do more damage to themselves, reflect back to them, and also just to take more damage because of the weaken and the HP burn in general. But we also have the Newt as my main damage dealer, as you can see here, with 16 million damage. He was doing massive damage. Like I was trying to save his hard-hitting ability, his A3, whenever, I guess, like for like a decapitated head, or right before or right after they would eat one of my guys, and then I would have his A3 ready so I can just knock him out and just, you know, spit my team back out. Inquisitor Shamel. Now this was kind of a flex for me right here. I would normally use I guess like I could have used Cancer here that I did in my previous build that I was using or working with. The Cancer is really excellent as well, but for this rotation it starts with that head of I forgot his name, but the one that puts out a fear on everybody. But because of Inquisitor Shamel's passive ability, like pretty much my team will never get feared, and I can keep increasing the turn meter of my lead champion and also himself. So it's really nice. And I think I do have him built some damage or something, I don't remember exactly, but I mean, he didn't do that much damage. Like he was pretty much just there for the passive ability, and you know. But for the final piece here is Mathrala as my lead. Now I don't really have anybody on my team. Like if I had a 2-in-Arc, that would have been so perfect, right? But I don't have a 2-in-Arc, so I opted to go with Mathrala because she can put out the Hex AoE on everybody. Also increases my defense and my attack time to time, so I can take more damage and put out more damage as well. And also because she puts out the Strength in as well on my team, which really helps mitigates a lot of damage. But mainly the biggest thing here is that she was putting she was doing the what's it called, the cleanse on my entire team. So whenever I have a lot of debuffs on my team, that I can just cleanse it right away with her ability. And because she is in the lead for Inquisitor Shamel, she's able to get a lot of turn boost increase, so I can just keep going back to using my strength in, going back to cleansing my team, and also putting out poisons with their A1 as well. So Mythrol is another solid choice for me there. But the main reason why I really wanted to go with Mythrol here is because she has the 80 accuracy lead aura. Now that really helps me stack a lot of stats in other areas on my team because, again, we are 100% free to play. So I was trying to min-max everything I possibly could, but there's a lot of stuff I could definitely tinker around with and lower accuracy on a lot of my champs to increase a lot of other areas, like maybe like HP, defense, or even speed. Speed is one area I really need to increase on my team so that I can keep going in a rotation where I just keep going and going without worrying about losing my, I guess, like my abilities falling off of them per se. But anyway, so that's pretty much my team here. So I do want to show you these stats I have on them and like the gear that they're using. I pretty much went over what each champion on my team does and their roles. But yeah, so let's go ahead and look at them now. And at the end of the video, I'll play the I wasn't able to record the entire fight because it was pretty late night and I just wanted to, well, I didn't have much time left to get my key in. So I told my client later, you know, I'll get it done as soon as I get home, and then, you know, I'll just try to get to us. I'll just do it right before I sleep, whatever. So I did one run with this team here after I put in my Inquisitor Shema. I just did this is my first attempt at it with him there, and then I pretty much got on my first try, which is awesome. So I ended up recording towards the end of the run, like I think around like 30 million or so damage in. I was like, wow, this team is actually working well. So that's when I decided to record it. And I did make some mistakes here and there on who to attack and when to use my abilities, but I was really tired. I'm making excuses at this point, but I was really tired, and I just wanted to get the run, do this whatever. I just went along with it. So I'll show you that at the end of the video if you guys want to check out how the fight went and whatever. But yeah, so my team starting with the Mythrala. So I do have her built with perception, some speed, and I pretty much just stacked like a lot of HP, some defense there, a lot of speed as much as I could. I don't have her crit capped or anything like that, but I did have 387 accuracy on her. Now she does gain resistance as well because of her passive ability, so that's going to go straight into resistance. So that way that she can try to, I mean, like she doesn't get provoked from the head of, I think it's called Wrath, the fire one, the red one. So it's able to prevent her from getting provoked so that she can cleanse my team if ever my team gets provoked or whatnot. So that's another nice added there, I guess, bonus. But yeah, so 400 accuracy is actually what you would need for Hydra Nightmare. That's like the sweet spot to be at least 400 accuracy, so you can be above the 97% rate of landing your debuffs. So I have her at 387 at the moment, but because of her accuracy lead, it just tops off everybody's accuracy, so I'm like way above where I need to be. So yeah, those are the stats on my Mythrala, so I could definitely tune, actually no, I want to be at 450 resistance. Yeah, that's probably where I want to be, so I probably won't drop that accuracy much. So I think she's just going to be as is where she is. But again, if I get a 2-0 arc on my team, oh my gosh, not like, besides the 2-0 arc, even like the fragment champion that's available that I'm not able to get nowhere near, this one right here, like even this champion, because of her passive, she has a cleanse, and she also has a lot of other nice abilities on top of that, which would be huge for Hydra boss. So if I can't get a 2-0 arc, hopefully I can get to the High Mother mod one of these days. Really far away because I don't really have much else to sacrifice as far as fragments goes. So it'll be well till I get there. But yeah, if I can get a 2-0 arc, that'd be huge. I would definitely replace probably my Mythrala with her, and because I have a dedicated cleanser now. And yeah, so over to the next champion we have is, let me see, it was Uko. So Uko, I originally had him in a stun set because I did use him in like Tag Arena, and I think I use him mainly in like Doom Tower to help me get by, because like the stun really helps out too, because he has AoE on the A1. But I decided to just break apart the stun because I don't need it for the Hydra boss, so I just kind of try to fill out the stats where I could with the random off pieces. So he does have 48,000 HP, 3600 defense, 248 speed. I do want to break this past 250 if I can, 255 if possible, but that's what I have right now because I don't have enough glyphs to go around. He's not crit capped at all. Resistance I didn't really worry about, but accuracy he is way above where he needs to be, so I'm like really overly stacked on the accuracy. So I can definitely drop this down a bit and then increase my speed and my HP. So I've been like kind of like messing around with Hydra boss more and more the past week or so. So To be honest, I've been learning more about it like now than I've done ever before. Because before, in the past, I hated Hydra so much. I always made like auto teams for myself, and just that's kind of like just what I like to do. Because I really hate Hydra boss. But now, like now that I'm learning more and more about Hydra boss, I'm enjoying it more and more actually. To be honest, which is weird. But yeah, so I could definitely drop the accuracy quite a bit here. So increase other stats in other areas. Yeah, broken pieces here. I guess like something I do want to add to a lot of my champions I realized was refresh procs. Like those refresh accessories, I think those would be huge bonuses that I can have to be able to cycle back to my other abilities if I need them. So that's something else I will definitely be adding to them if I can, because not all my refresh pieces are that great. But over to the next champion here, we have Newt, of course, my main damage dealer. So I do have him built in Savage set. I do use my Newt a lot in other areas in the game as well, like Spider, Hard Spider. I think I do use him in, I think that might be mainly where I use him, Hard Spider. So I do have him built in Savage once again. I have him built with 57,000 HP, 3600 defense. He has a lot of crit damage here, 291. He is crit capped, and I didn't really worry about the resistance or accuracy part of it. I just wanted him built for damage, and that's pretty much all he's used for, right? So again, another champion I would love to add refresh accessories too, if I can get some decent pieces here, which I do not have at all. So yeah, just kind of working with what I have at the moment, right? So over to the next champion. Oh, actually, you know what thing I forgot to show you guys? I apologize. Let me go back to my Mathrala, and I will show you the other stuff that I have on them. So Mathrala, I do have her fully booked out. Again, she has the 80 accuracy in all battles aura, which is huge. So I do have Blessing of Brimstone on her because that does help with the proccing of the Meteor Smite, right? So that does a lot of damage here and there too, especially when you're trying to get them out of the mouth when they eat somebody. So that's really nice as well. So for the masteries I have on Mathrala are down this tree here, going all the way down to the War Master. And for the support tree, yeah, I mean, pretty much just anything that'll help with extending my bus or extending the D-bus that she puts out. And that's pretty much it here. So let me go back to the Uko, and he is fully booked as well. Again, he has, well, he doesn't have the Brimstone on him. I probably should change this to Brimstone because he does have AoE and he has a lot of accuracy. So he will definitely help land mows a lot more often. But I mean, I have plenty of Brimstones on most of my champions already as is. So maybe I don't really need to. But I had him with Polymorph because I was using him like in arena, tag arena, whatnot, just to play around with. But for the masteries, I have him going down to the Fearsome Presence. Again, it's probably not ideal for where I want to use him now. I was using him before more for arena, but now I want to use him more for PvE. So I probably will switch this around, maybe go down to the War Master here and go with that. But that's what I have him going with at the moment. So I probably will make him look more something similar to like the Mathrala's mastery, but that's just kind of what I worked with at the moment. Over to my back to my Newt. Now I do have fully booked that as well, of course. Again, his A3 is incredible, does massive damage, and he does have an AoE, or he does have an accuracy 80 as well, but it's only in dungeons, so not really ideal for the lead with the aura. But ideally, if I could make him my lead for Hydra boss or even my Geomancer, that would be super ideal, because the more turn he gets, the more damage he'll do. So that's going to be a lot more damage output in the end, the more turns he gets, and so that would be great. So I do have him with Phantom Touch as far as my blessing goes to get that extra damage as well. And for the masteries, I have him with Giant Slayer because he does a lot of multi-hits, and his A1 is also a triple hitter, his A3 is a triple hitter, and really great. So that's the masteries I have for him. And then over to my next two champions, or I still have 3 left, right? Yeah, 3 left. So let's go over to, in my opinion, the MVP of my Hydra boss team. Archer is so good, guys. Like I was so happy when I pulled her, and I knew right away it's my time to shine. Finally, I can make a Nightmare Hydra boss team. That's the first thing I said as soon as I pulled her, and I wanted her for so long, ever since that whole that Monster Hunter collaboration happened. I really wanted to pull her, and I'm so glad I finally got her. But yeah, I do have her built in Perception as well. I try to build her with a lot of accuracy here. I do have her at 371, really close to 400, so I wouldn't need the Mathrala accuracy there, but I pretty much maxed out as much as I could on her as far as accuracy and speed goes. I want to have her at 250 plus speed as well, but it's just kind of what I'm working with at the moment. So I'm also keep in mind I'm using the Uko's speed buff that he puts when he uses the A3, which is also the res, but I mainly use that so I can try to offset or try to get her to go multiple times so that I can always make sure I can place provoke on the head of decay, which is the most important thing to control that head. And ideally, if I can get more HP on her, if I can get more defense on her, that'd be great. But she is benefiting from her defense as well already as is, where she gets an increased 5% defense over time during the entire battle, so she can stack up to 30% extra defense from her passive alone. So I try to kick cap her as much as I could, but this is the best I can do. So again, 100% free to play. We're working with what we got. So those are the stats I have on her, and I do have her at 450 resistance as well, which is another huge, I guess, like thing that I wanted to focus on, because I wanted to make sure she can keep going and going without having to worry about her being provoked or whatnot, and just making sure she's alive because she's our main source of heals as well. So yeah, I don't have any blessings for her at the moment. I think there was an event that took place for her to get her blessings, but I didn't have her at the time, so I was like, you know, I tried to go for her before and I didn't get her, so I was like, what are the odds I'll eventually get her? Yeah, so I think there was a blessings event that took place for her. I'm not sure, but for her masteries here, we have going down to the War Master, and then we also have the defense tree here, just so I can mitigate as much damage as possible. We have some extra resistance there, and then a lot of yeah, damage reduction along the way. And over to the next champion is going to be Geomancer. Yeah, there he is. So this Geomancer, the way I have him built right now is exactly the way I use him for a lot of other areas in the game, like what is there? Other areas. Oh, the Iron Twins, right? So Iron Twins is where I use him. This is the exact same build that I use for him there. So I'm just using him the way he's built, right? We have 550 accuracy, which is overkill for Hydra boss, but that is the accuracy I needed him to have for the Iron Twins. So resistance I didn't really worry about. He's not crit capped. I mean, kind of close actually. 246 speed. If I could get more defense on him, I would. If I could get more HP on him, I would. But at this point, I'm kind of min-max on what I'm working with at the moment as far as gear goes. Gear is really hard to come by as 100% free to play. You guys know, even as people, even as you guys spend, right? As spenders, gear's really hard to come by. It's not something you can just pay to win per se, right? It takes a lot of time, a lot of playing, a lot of gear collecting, and it's eventually you'll land like a number of pieces you can put together. But there's so many different areas in the game where you need gear, so it's hard to like have a set amount of gear for each champion and then just like let him stick there without like moving stuff around. But yeah, I'm so glad and fortunate that I can have my Geomancer in this one build for just use him wherever. But again, more HP, more defense is definitely ideal, because he is definitely always like the first one to go or the first one to die on my team, because he's just really like not tanky. And over to his skills, fully booked, of course, no blessings. Again, his HP burn weaken is really what makes him special here, because of his passive ability that also combos well with it, right? So deflect a lot of damage, which is a lot of damage output he'll be putting out with the HP burn. And over to his masteries, we have him going down to the War Master. And for some odd reason, I never finished his mastery because it just wasn't necessary. Yeah, not really necessary. So I kind of just left it as is, I guess. But over to the final champion is going to be my my other MVP, I guess you could say, because he's so good against that fear that Hydra boss head. I forgot what it's called. Head of something. All right, so okay, so he doesn't have blessing at the moment because I actually just pulled it like after the Hydra boss whatever. I ended up pulling the Shamel blessing, so I didn't have any blessing on him yet. So yeah, I just left that as is for now. But so his accuracy aura does not work for Hydra boss, so that's a little unfortunate. But he also has a triple hitter here on the A2. He does actually help take down some of the whenever I guess someone gets eaten and there's a lot of green bar. His A3 does help like bring it down a bit. And for his artifacts here, I do have it built in. I guess this is the I forgot what the set is even called. Guardian. Yeah, he's built in a Guardian set, and he's not built in any sort of damage or anything like that. And he's gonna be self-healing basically. It's basically a regeneration set. So he has a way to just stay alive per se. But for stats, he has 52,000 HP. Not that great of a defense, 2100. Again, not crit capped, resistance. If I could be higher, I definitely would like to be higher. Accuracy is not needed. So he's just there to just do one job, right? Make sure the team doesn't get feared. Basically, that's it. So if I could build him in damage, I would, because he actually does a lot of damage. He does. But again, fully booked. His masteries, I have him going down to the War Master, damage mitigation in the defense tree, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is my team. Again, I had to manual pretty much the entire fight. The focus was at the start of the fight, I pretty much just popped off everything I had. Went with the A2 with Uko, so I can make sure I can place the block bus on the enemy team. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, attacks enemies 2 times, has a chance to remove 2 random buffs, which is really helpful as well, guys. But the plays block bus debuff, which is really nice as well. So that's something I was looking to get the most out of this ability here, along with the steal, I guess the remove bus. But yeah, so that's what I mainly use it for there. But yeah, plays block bus on the enemy, and then also with the hex capability from Mithrala, right? Place a hex on the enemy team, and then of course the MVP I keep mentioning, the Archer, who puts out this A3, insane A3, guys. Place a provoke debuff for 2 turns on the enemy, so you control the head of decay, and then you also get to put hex too as well. So that's another nice thing about her as well. And of course her A2, which is place a decreased speed on the enemy team. So all these champions just coincided really well for me and just really worked well. And I'm just really glad with the results that I had. And again, my first time ever doing Hydra Nightmare, or getting a 1 key on my Hydra Nightmare team on my free-to-play account. And I just felt so proud. I felt so like, I don't know how to explain it. Like you guys know like that feeling when you hit legendary, or you hit, for some reason I had a Hearthstone reference. I was gonna say if you hit legendary for the first time ever on Hearthstone, you feel really great. Or I guess like the similar feeling would be in Raid. You finished in Platinum Arena for the first time ever. It's sort of that kind of feeling, you know? It's just like top of goal, like a goal at the top of my goal list that I had that I finally got done, and I was like, wow. So yeah, now what? We'll see. I'll find something, right? But yeah, so that is I'm just glad I got this done. Now I have to focus on making a dedicated brutal team, and I gotta focus on making a dedicated hard team. So that's gonna be next on the list of things for me to do. So I'm pretty happy and satisfied with the outcome and like the team that I have here. Will it work on every reset? Not necessarily. I may have to move around my Inquisitor Shemel and go back to my Kantra depending on what's the rotation. But yeah, so that is the results of it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, guys. I'm going to play the rest of the clip out and show you the I guess like the last 10 minutes of the run that I did with the Hydra boss, starting from 30 mil damage in or something like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm so happy I am able to share this with you guys. It's just like a huge milestone for me, to be honest, and I'm just so glad that I got this done. But yeah, I will definitely find more things to do on my free-to-play account. I just really enjoy my free-to-play account, guys. Every little thing I do, every little like progress that I make, there's a difference, like satisfaction and just enjoyment that I get out of it, versus like me doing something on my main account where I pretty much pay to win to get everywhere. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. If you guys enjoy my content, if you guys want to watch any more of my content in general, just make sure to subscribe, drop a like on this video, comment down below, share your team that you used. I don't know, any maybe like ideas you guys want to give me. Again, like I wouldn't say I'm like the best at Hydra boss or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, I have a general understanding of what's going on. But yeah, if you guys want to share any thoughts or comments, or if you guys want to give me any tips or advice you guys saw that I maybe missed out on or whatever, share it down below. I do appreciate every single comment you guys drop. And again, thank you so much for everything, and I'll play the rest of the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.